Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Now, in this one, I am going to be showing you guys how to make a really simplistic beat for Yeat, something that has a lot of room for him to go completely nuts on. If you are new here, though, I would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button because 90% of you haven't so far. So why not? You may as well hit it if you keep coming back. While you're at it, hit that little bell as well. If you do want to catch up with the shenanigans live, feel free to chuck me a follow on Kick. I go live every single night from 10 PM AEST. But with that one being said, let's get into FL Studio and let's deconstruct this beat for Yeat. Okay, so here we are inside of FL Studio, and as you can see with this one, we honestly kept it really simple. 4 melodic layers, 1 bass. Now we are working at a BPM of 150 in the key of B minor, and the first preset that we do use comes in from the Duva Rage Bank, and that one is the Super Saw Too Far Gone. The pattern that we are playing with this one, though, is something really simple. We start off with a B power chord. Now, as you can see, we have this F sharp at the bottom. That's mainly due to the fact that we just bumped that one down an octave because I wanted the notes to be closer together just to, you know, create that tension. So we start with a B power chord. We then go on to a G power chord, down to the F sharp power chord, and then ending it yet again on the G power chord and F power chord at the very end. We copy, paste that one over, but then just to add in a little bit of variance, as you can see here, we have this E and this A. If I was to bump the E up an octave and then throw in the middle note, we have what's now known as an A major triad. Get rid of that, we have an A power chord. Yet again, we just bumped that E down just to keep the notes closer together, and we end up with a foundation that sounds like so. Once we had that one, we decided to layer it with another super saw, mainly due to the fact that it just felt a little bit bland. The super saw that we layered it with comes in from the Duva Bank yet again, and this one is the Super Saw Arcade. Now, you've possibly seen me use this preset a lot, especially for the beat that I made for Destroy Lonely, and if you do want to watch that one, card will be above me and there'll be a link to it in the description. Now, all we did with this one is we copied and pasted the exact same chords from the first preset, and this is what this preset sounds like. Keeping it just really simple. Now I decided to group both of the chords together and have the exact same effects on both. The effects with them, though, all we have is a Shaper Box 3, which we are using the Cyber Crunch preset. All that does is it just adds in a little bit of a bit crusher, it pans it a little bit, adds in a little bit of halftime to the high end, and then with this liquid, we actually have that as a phaser, giving it, you know, that warping sort of effect. Once we had the chords down, we decided to get into the next part of the melody, which comes in from Serum yet again, and the preset with this one is the lead game effects from the Duva Bank yet again. Now, this bank is completely free, and if you do want to cop it, I'll be leaving a link to it in the description. Go over there, show Duva some love. It is an amazing bank. Now, the pattern with this one is honestly really simple. We go C sharp to F sharp to D, before we change it for the second part where we go B to F sharp to C sharp, copy, paste that one over, and we end up with a pattern that sounds like so. That one's just there to be used as a really high texture. The last melodic element of this melody comes in from Serum yet again, and the preset with that one is the lead game, which also comes in from the Duva Bank yet again. Now, the pattern with this one is honestly really simple. It is a top line counter melody to accompany the other melody that we do have. And this one, as you can see, we go F sharp down to A, up to B. We started that one a little bit just to kind of glitch it out so it can actually slide back up to this F sharp before we go down the octave to this F sharp, up to the A, stuttering yet again, ending on the A. For the second part, F sharp, down to A, to B, up to the F sharp higher octave, down to D, down to C sharp, to A, to B, and we end up with a pattern that sounds like so. Just keeping it really simple. Now, both top line melodies get routed over to the exact same track. As you can see, Serum 2, Serum 4 get routed over to Insert 6. Now, we start off with a portal with the preset being Acceleration, which comes in from the Enviral Enigma kit. Now, if you do want to cop that one, I'll be leaving a link to Enviral's store, and I will be leaving a link to his channel as well. Go over there, show the guy some love. He is a madman with what he does. Lock into his community as well. The next effect that we do use comes in from Effect Rack. This one is the Slap Echo Walk Across, which comes in from another VGN. He uses it a lot, and I have seen it in his video, so I decided to, start implementing it in my own tracks. The next effect that comes in is an RVox stereo, where we have the compression on -3, just to bring up the volume of both of the melodies. Once we had that, we had an EQ come in where we get rid of a lot of the low end, and then another EQ doing the exact same thing, just making sure there isn't a little bit of bleeding. The final part of the melody is this bass that comes in from Serum, and would you believe me if I said it came from the Duva Bank? Now, the preset with this one is called Hell, and the pattern that we are playing with this one is honestly something really, really simple. We are just simply following the root notes, where we go B to G to F sharp, up to G, ending it on the F sharp, copied, pasted over yet again, but for the second part, we actually ended on A, because if you remember with the chords, for the second part of the chords, we actually ended on that A power chord instead of the F sharp. And in context, this is what the bass sounds like. Something just really simple, but just to give it a little bit of grittiness. Going on to the effects with this bass, we have just an EQ on it, taming some of the high end, some of the very low end, just to get rid of that very low rumble. Now, everything gets routed over to Insert 8, where we just throw in an SSL compressor and an L1 limiter just to tame some of the peaks. But yeah, that is how you can make a really simplistic beat for Yeat or Ken Carson inside of FL Studio. If you are new here, I would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button for me. And while you're at it, you might as well flick that bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a video. If you do want to catch the shenanigans live, I would greatly appreciate it if you do follow me on Kick as well. I stream every night from 10 PM AEST. But with that one being said, thank you so much for watching. If you do want to listen to the final beat, I'll be leaving a link to my Spotify in the description. By now, it would be uploaded over there. But thank you yet again for watching, and I'll catch you all next time for another video.